I think coaching is an evolving science, and because you're a bit isolated here, there are certain developments that you need to get up to speed with. So it's not that the coaching is not up to speed, but the technical knowledge of what's going on in Europe is probably a little out of date. So you need to update that technique a little bit. I think you could technically teach the majority of riders to ride really, really well at the international level. If they come across a very good horse, they could be competitive in the international level, but it will depend on the horsepower. But from a technical point of view, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to compete at the international level. Absolutely not. And
I know it boils down to experience, but how far are we away as a nation from competing successfully on a world stage?
You're 4 horses away from that.
And as team manager for the British team, which nation do you consider to be your greatest rival?
Well, before the Olympic Games, I have to say I thought France was going to be strong. When I knew the German team, I never thought the German team was going to do any good, because the whole thing fell apart for them before they ever got to the games. Okay. I thought the French were going to be very strong, and they were hugely disappointing. Mm-hmm. And I thought the Dutch, obviously, I mean, being originally Dutch, I'm always very friendly with all the guys from Holland anyway. Yeah. Although, you know, I want the British to win because that's my team. Mm-hmm. And that's how it turned out. We were very close. Okay. Yeah. So it went a bit strange with Germany and France. Were completely annihilated, which is unusual.
And in terms of emerging nations, who do you view as a force for the future?
Well, but I have to say Saudi Arabia, because they have the buying power.
Okay.
They're not the greatest, some of them are not the great riders, but they have very, very serious horsepower. Okay. So they're always going to be a threat at championships, not so much at Nations Cup level, because they haven't got enough riders. Other emerging nations, Ukraine will field a good team, but again they can't field 7 or 8 shows. They can't do 7 or 8 shows. They can only do 1 championship or something. They're good. Yeah. And of course South Africa. 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 My favorite show jumping venue. I think the best show in the world is Aachen. Okay. Because you have an unbelievable atmosphere. You have 60,000 people watching in the stadium, and they're very knowledgeable. Okay. So they know what's going on. They appreciate good riding and good sport, because they're very educated. The German people, as far as you know, riding and competing. And the setup at Aachen is second to none. Okay. So in that respect, I like Aachen. I like Rome because it's got lots of history, but it's not the best. But the setting is fantastic, because it's in the middle of Rome, and it's in an arena where the gladiators used to train before they went into the Colosseum. So there's a lot of history attached to that. So we like Rome, and it's right in the middle of the city, which gives us a lot of atmosphere. Okay. I like Hoekstra because I did very well at Hoekstra. And it's my home Nations Cup.